Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, hoy. What's up?
So I see you're standing again this week.
Oh, yeah, dude. Back is still fucked. So, I don't see that getting better anytime soon, honestly. So it may be like this for a while, but
Oh,
I need like a solid, like probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of like zero driving. And that would be ideal. And then I think I could probably get over it 100%, dude. But, I get like to about like 85% and then set back and then 85% and set back. And I'm just kind of in this like weird rotation with that right now, dude. What's up with you, man? Clearly Canadian is the topic of discussion so far in the chat.
clearly Canadian so far. Yeah, if anything, I don't know if you saw it in Fuck Toys' story. They ended up grabbing a couple 4-packs, 6-packs. I don't know what these things come in.
I did see that, and I know that he was upset that the bottles were not glass anymore. It sounds like they're plastic, so they wussed out and went to plastic bottles instead. Yeah, dude, clearly Canadian though. That's a classic, man.
I really don't know any of this stuff, to be honest with you, man. I think you're all lying about this being a Canadian beverage to start with. That's
So are you not familiar with Clearly Canadian? Is that what you're telling me?
We're not doing this again. I thought we did this last week, and y'all freaking roasted me for not actually being Canadian.
Did we? We did. Now that we talk about it, it does sound 6-pack Red Bull size cans. That's weak, dude. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
Like
that.
those skinny little seltzer type cans that your mom drinks.
Yeah, what is that, dude? That's no. You need the glass bottles were the thing, man. You're right. We did talk about that because we talked about clearly Canadian and New York seltzer coming in the glass bottle, dude. The people coming in the door, dude. Doors are open. People coming.
Well, I mean, and I understand it's still getting some used to the Wednesdays. That said, gotta do a quick little rundown of the homies that are chilling out there in the chat there. 8-Bit Mike, what's going on? Fuck Toys, how you doing, dude? Eric Folkers Pedals, what up? Zimico, we were actually just talking. As soon as we saw your name come in, we were like, how the frick is that dude doing so much all the time? I know you've got the arcade and people, and you're in the middle of working on. They look almost like cold casts, but I need to take another double look on those. That's not quite the case. Pikmin Vinyls, what is going on, man? We've even got a little chat with them going on. We're going to be seeing them tomorrow night as we do the Silent but Deadly, going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. You didn't say anything, so it must be. Slightly adrift, what's going on? Neckraft, what up? Humble Toys, what's going on? Toys and Tits, what up? 8+ Receptor, Pope Toys.
There you go. Electroforming copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had seen. Electroformed. You had a bunch of electroformed pieces there.
Yeah.
Attempts were made. How you doing, dude?
Yeah. But yeah.
We're going for the folks at home today.
We were talking about tomorrow. Yeah, the show. I think it drops at 4. You threw me off there because you said that's what time the pieces drop, I believe. And I thought you said we were coming on at 4. I'm like, oh shit, I don't think so.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine trying to slip on here at 4 and 7? Just really throw the humans off.
Oh god, dude, it would be pandemonium. It would be great. Dylan Clement, what up?
That said, you know what? We might as well. If we're talking about it, it's right here. I'm just gonna show it. I mean, if this is a little sampling of what we have to expect tomorrow,
ooh,
I think we're in for some sick ass pieces.
Ooh.
Magnet in the mask, do you think? Or do you think a clip on?
I don't know, man, but I know that I have the mask that he made for that. I have another figure of his that he put that on, which is super sick. It was an AR grab from a few years back. Yeah, that mask. The one that I have is on it's on a body and it's completely white. It's all white, but it's glow. And then that's that Cylon head on there. Yeah, that's smooth, dude.
That fucking sword on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pikmin, definitely with you, man. You guys said 40 plus. We always know when there's like gonna be around 40 artists that we're gonna see some absolutely fucking insane pieces out there.
Yeah, for sure. Fletcher, what's happening, my dude? Pikmin's is so excited to talk about all that crazy awesome stuff in the show tomorrow. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be cool. I was over at Hert's house earlier and we were talking about a ninja show or the ninja show. And he actually did a ninja piece a while back. And I don't know if he ever posted it or not. I have one of them, but it would have been a great piece to put in that show. But he's got some other stuff in the works, so that's cool.
If anything, I'm almost hoping that some of the artists who in the past who have done pieces like this will maybe show us some other versions. I know Halloween's right around the corner. Toyzday has done a couple of the jack-o'-lantern ninjas last season. And
Yes.
then also Kier's Customs had all those. What were they? What is that called? Oh, goodness. He uses that pressing method rather than standard like resin pouring. Kier's Customs usually does the.
Yeah, exactly. The plastic.
Like the little plastic pellets. Come on, live chat.
Perler beads. The perler beads in the injection molding is what it is. That's
injection molding. Thank you, Fletcher. Thanks, dude. The old Tycho's tacos coming through. I mean, I get it. You got it too, but like.
Hey, that's okay, man. It's that was a great. I remember his camera was breaking up when he was doing that, but that was a great little demo that he did on that injection molding machine. I think he was using it out in his all together now. But yeah, Kier's Custom, he's a great dude, man. It's and that was cool. That looked like a cheap way. I've seen other people doing that with just out of recycled plastic material. There was a company, Mountain Town Toys, I remember from a few years back at Assembly Required, had a little gumball machine type thing that was okay. It had a little gumball machine type thing that was giving out these little pieces from, I think it was an injection molder, but it was made out of recycled plastic, like milk jug tops and shit like that. I know you guys pour it out of bags out there, but the plastic tops for the plastic milk jugs. Anyways, that was cool. Dirty Donnie does it as well. Got a Frankenstein from him. Dirty Donnie, man. If anybody is looking for some cool prints, check that dude out. Dirty Donnie art is badass, man. That is
Dirty Donnie art.
Dude, that dude's shit is off the hook, man. Like it's the I don't even know how to really explain that. You just have to, once you see it, you're like, oh shit. Like, yeah, that's definitely a style, right? The dude's shit is off the hook.
Oh, sorry, you mentioned Frank's, and then I just had to go sifting over to this one. We're doing the tabs weird apparently tonight. Check this shit out. I'm sure you already have, but Brulio Toys.
Bro.
And I felt like I have to basically drop it now because as I slid over there, they're down to one left of these guys.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be dropping actually this evening. Only 6 available, 20 each.
That's the same one.
That's the same one. Oh my God! Open your fucking eyes, Crumbs.
Yeah. So I think he only had. Yeah, that was the last post. Was he had one left of those? I think the lighting's different on that one. So that figure, I could see where it looks like a different one, but I think it's the same one. But yeah, dude. I mean, $20, $5 shipping here in the States. But I think it's a great buy. I mean, I buy his stuff all the time, dude. Number one, the price is insane at $20, but the quality is really good. The paint's really good. The texture of that is something that we talked about a while back. It's got that kind of matte paint finish, which it's different than other stuff that I have. But his shit's legit, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I got to put his stuff in a case, but I'm up to about 8 figures of his now, and it's and they look smooth, man. Especially this new little line he's got going on, this pirate line, and some of the monsters and stuff. Very, very nice, dude. Yeah, you're right, dude. Brulio is a good kid, man. He's a teacher, and he's obviously doing this in his free time. $20 a piece, bro. You're like, I mean, you're thinking he does a drop of like 6. It's $120. You know what I mean? Is that worth the material and the time? I don't know. Like, probably barely. Not very much when you start adding time in there. And then the paint on top of that. Bro, I have one of those too. Those are sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what you say about that, like, oh, he didn't sculpt that or blah, blah, blah. You're right. But there is stuff that's casted on there and that's hand painted. And for $20, like, what the fuck are you expecting? It's a 3.75.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if anybody was actually saying anything other than that.
Yeah. Ooh, those.
Spaceman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has definitely become better and better and better, man. And I
Yeah.
think they definitely they've hit on a paint style that allows them to be able to do maybe what the pricing is. Like, fuck, that's dope.
Yes. Yes, dude. And you know what's really cool about that one too? See those the cups that he came with? He also came with
Yeah.
2 swords. And that's how I have mine posed right now, is with 2
Right.
swords. And it looks sick. Yes.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I don't even know what that sculpt would come from, anyways. Doc Horror, what up?
I don't know, man. I mean, he's really good at getting stuff that I've never seen before as far as characters. I mean, you'd have to probably get, Jimmy Folks in here to identify some of that stuff, but it's good stuff, man. For, I mean, $20, it's here in California. He's down in the LA area, which is cool, man.
You know, it really should be one of those things where we have folklorian in here a little bit more often, and we specifically make those episodes where we're just going down like really weird, obtuse old pieces.
Yeah, and we're just like, hey, what is this?
Yeah,
Where'd this piece come from?
just put them on the spot all night.
He'd nail it, dude. I know he would. The dude's so freaking, but he's the almanac for a reason.
You know what else would be a fucking sick? Not to like just keep on going and blabbling on here, but if we ever did an episode that was actually talking about pieces that are from the indie resin scene of the past, though. Today I saw somebody. Oh my goodness. Deadly. I'm trying to think of it now. It'll come to me. But they ended up dropping a picture of pieces they did over 2 decades or a decade ago. They were mentioning like not for sale, but currently it's still up in display at. But yeah, how many of these dudes do we know that have been making pieces for 10, 15, or 20 years?
Dude, straight up. I saw somebody post something the other day, and they said it was a piece they had done from 2004. That's 21 years ago.
That's what I mean, man. And like, let's be honest, you probably more than myself. I don't think I have anything by any makers of pre-COVID times.
I do, but it's nothing that I bought at the time it came out. You know what I mean?
No. But I know that you've hunted down some pieces that we both know, like that fucking Mishka Healy made that you have.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, that's going back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the oldest stuff that I have from him, I want to say from Healy, is like 2012. And that's like at the, at least as far as him creating figures, for like open viewing and sale. 2012 is like, that's pretty old for him. It doesn't, I mean, I don't know how much further it goes back beyond that, at least as far as, having an account and stuff like that, but not very far.
So imagine an episode where we just grab all the homies that have been doing this for over a decade, and we're just sitting, let them fucking talk about what the scene was like back then, show off maybe some of the fucking pieces they were doing back then.
Yeah, dude, what was it like before like social media? You know what I mean? What was that scene like before
Facebook's been around for
people right away. You know what I mean? It was obviously a more localized thing. And honestly, bro, like if you look at it, it probably just flat out didn't exist, or the people that did do it, it was probably, I don't know, dude.
Well, I think that's where we end up with things like the Gam Jam that's happening. Is that Buena Spoons that ends up throwing that one?
Correct, up in Portland.
Yeah. So yeah, there's another Gam Jam coming up October 4th. If anything, I would say that dudes like this, and actually LM9, we've talked about it a bajillion times. Their Toyronto show back in the day. Yeah. But like, in my opinion, this is kind of the stuff that we would see people doing pre-social media. Scott Sherry, bam. What's up, man? So even like Scott's one that would be fucking Barbarian Rage would be fun to bring in here. You know what I mean, man? To be able to have like Healy made, Barb Rage, maybe LM9. I'm sure like fucking Akashki Records has been doing this for a long ass time. Sagittarius team.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, it's just, I mean, when you start to think about it, dude, and what it was like back then, I don't know. But what up, Scott? Good to see you, my dude. Yeah, that would be fun, man. That would be a cool That would be a cool thing to do.
You know what else is a cool thing to do? We're just apparently we're doing the tabs in a weird order this evening because why the hell not? A cool
You know what,
thing
dude?
to
We're
do.
just floating through it. We're just floating through it. No big deal.
It's
We'll
just
make
part of the
different
chat.
pieces at some point. Ooh, nice, dude.
If we're gonna talk about a cool idea, this is a fucking cool idea, my dude.
What is this? Tell me about this, dude. Oh, you're on mute, my guy. Oh, okay.
See here, I thought I'd hit it.
Just start that part over.
Never even happened. So yeah, it's gonna be a collaboration between Garden State Kaiju and Tired Children. It's gonna be. I'm so excited to have another Mud Belly this year. This time it's super special. It's the very last 555 blue in stock. Neil Ewing and Garden State Kaiju would have donated it. So every $5 donation to the link in the Tired Children's bio gets you an entry to win an amazing one-off Mud Belly or a 1 ton of incredible toys. If you can't enter now, please share this and spread the word. Every dollar donated gets to treatment and recovery. So of course, this is basically a suicide prevention toy raffle being held by Tired Children. So if any of you here are interested in that or in a place where you'd want to maybe contribute towards that, hop on over there. They're gonna have a link in their bio that allows you to donate. And all the details.
Kaiju, bro. Is that Stephen Geddes? I think it is. Yeah.
So Garden State Kaiju, they commissioned Geddes to do the sculpt for this guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But the Mud Belly's been around for several years now, man. A couple of different colorways, and seems to do really well. A lot of folks are definitely hooked on it.
Yeah, dude. I have one of the original kind of lighter green ones, and it's sick, dude. There's been a lot of people that have painted them. Yeah, look at that, dude. There's some great ones in there. There's some, like, just the different colors with the black wash, man, brings out so many of those details. It's got a lot of texture in the skin. So cool.
Oh, it's a dope sculpt, dude. Smart idea too. Like realistically, offer a vinyl version of something that made by somebody who made some of the originals. It's like, yeah,
cool, very nice.
Yeah.
Those white ones were cool, man. I saw those. I don't know if those had paint on them or not, but I saw some white ones. Those are cool.
Yeah, there's some white ones. Look, there's some pink bellies on them. Looks like they also did a wave later on that would have been, what do they call them? Amelanistic. And they've actually look almost like a cream corn.
Yeah. Grayskull Toys, what up, dude? Grayskull Toys has been doing this for a long time. We were talking to him, or I was talking to him at Assembly Required. And Grayskull, how long have you been like making stuff, dude? It's been a while. It's been longer than he's been posting for. That's for sure. But
now, I think most of the dudes in the scene have been making stuff. I'd be curious, what would be almost the criteria for that?
For what's that?
For if we were picking a bunch of vets, would it be due to have been like doing the molding casting?
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. You could probably go a bunch of different ways there. For sure. 2022. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was like 2014. Abaddon, what's up? October 4th. When
the game jam is Tycho's. I thought that was the case, but I was just gonna let you all just drop it. I was like, whatever.
Just wish him happy birthday anyways, and then we'll do it again that week. That's funny. But anyways.
Speaking of criteria, man, we ended up picking up some gems, some Grail pieces this week. We decided we were gonna go that route as well.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What makes it like? I know typically we've got like a section of like pieces that are like Grails maybe, or maybe some of your Grails live with the rest of your pieces. Yeah. For you, what generally is kind of like what makes a Grail a Grail?
Usually for me, man, I think so. We've done one of these shows before, and it was a long time ago, and I think I picked different pieces. But I think if I remember the pieces that I had before, I think a common theme between all of them would be, I think most of them were one of ones. Most of them were hard to get. So I think those two things definitely figure in. There's also other things like that were, and I think it's probably true with you could say this for a lot of different pieces in everybody's collection, there's other pieces that are grails to me for certain reasons that probably wouldn't mean shit to anybody else for any reason whatsoever. But to me, it's like, wow, there's only one of those and it was made for me, or it was something that I connect with, heavily, or whatever it is. So I think there's a couple different things that you could do there. The ones that I selected tonight are just, honestly, man, they are all one of ones, and I think they're just cool ass pieces from great artists. That's it.
All one of ones. See, I'm
Yeah.
with you on the one of one was tempting because of course like generally they just there's something about that just you're like god damn yeah like out of all of it this one is here. Then you also hit on it, man. Certain ones that people have made, you're like, holy crap, like that's just so sick. Like let's be real. It's so hard not to pick the because piece or the vomiting or Zimmitko piece with the one of the first Toys Alive stickers. It's hard not to pick something maybe even like from fucking Baba Drock from one of the, like the early days, something from maybe Trash Can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's
All
and
that.
we've met a lot of folks. We've talked to a lot of folks. We you especially you've done a lot of traveling, man. You meet a lot of these people, so then that adds a new element.
Absolutely, man. You know, there was a somebody who posted, and I can't remember if I saw this. I think I saw it on the TOYZ account. It wasn't an account that I am super familiar with, but they're a collector. And they had posed a question, and I was just going through the answers. There was a Recycle Galaxy, what up? Kentucky in the house. But they had asked a question about like kind of what drives your collection. And there was a lot of good answers in there, man. And you can really see, there's so many different ways to collect. But that's kind of what the whole thing got into, man. Like, why do you collect certain things? Some of it was because, then I start thinking about why I collect certain things. And some of it's just to support an artist. It's, who knows, man. Yeah, everybody has seen so many cool collections out there. And anytime that somebody has their stuff like color coordinated, like Marketeer Mike or something like that, Plastic Jesus is another one. Her stuff is always like super duper on point. But
they actually shared a sick post recently where it showed like where they've got their situation for their toys, and I think it was even you that was telling me that they were actually dialing it in a little bit more. That they were basically honing it into like very specific artists, some very specific pieces, and you can tell when you see their collection now how just well curated it is towards that.
It's probably one of the most carefully curated collections going at the moment that I know of. I mean, I know there's tons of people's collections I haven't seen, but that particular one, I know she's been going through a whole bunch of different kind of setups, and now it's down to like Dingy Dave, Zimmitko, Motley was another one that was in there for a little while, and ended up just condensing. Jaime, what is up, my dude? Bro, you should see the wall with your carded figures on them, my dude. We'll show that off one day. But yeah, that Jaime, thanks for coming in, dude. I have not seen him in here, I think, ever. Since we've been on Wednesdays. I know Thursdays it was a tough day for him because he works, but if you're in here today, what up, my dude? We'll get to your stuff here very, very shortly. But I don't know, what were we talking about before that?
Curated collections. What you mean?
Yeah, dude, there's just so many different ways to do it. And Plastic Jesus's collection, she's agreed to come on here and show that off. But it's just so damn cool, man. Richie Maniac Safubi. Actually, Brilliant Demon, Micah, Abaddon's partner, he's got a collection of glow blanks going that is just excellent. Pocket Salsa's birthday. What's up?
Interesting.
Oh,
Jazz Wizzy.
You dude.
Keeper of the birthdays.
Yes, very nice. That a boy.
Little weirdos.
Pocket Sizzle.
That said, I don't know if you saw it there. Did you see that video Jazz posted this week of that fucking him and that squirrel? I know it's not toy content. I just love homie. Jazz is so Jazz, just sitting there. You already know. By the way he's sitting there just what up, And then fucking pulls up the script. It's like, dude, what are you doing with that swagger? You're sitting down. Turn the swagger button off. What is going on here?
It's and you know what's funny, dude, about squirrels just in general? Like I know a couple people that are like straight up squirrel masters, dude. Hurt Toys is one of them. Bro, he's got these things fucking eaten out of his hands, dude. It is nuts. This dude is
Literally.
oh my god.
Sorry.
It's funny, man. It's super funny. Hurt's got a new dog, dude. It is the coolest little fucking dog.
Yeah, not that it's mine or anybody else's business. What's that dude's name? I can't even fucking remember now. Like Doug?
Doug.
Doug. Yeah, exactly. God damn it. God damn it. I'm gonna be bad.
Yeah, dude.
Doug the dog. Fucking get out of here.
Doug's the shit. I was just over there earlier today. But yeah, man. So shit, bro. We're half an hour in. We're gonna do some grails tonight. We're gonna show off some other pieces. I'm sure you got some tabby doos to show off.
I do. Yeah. If anything, homie, I don't know if you ended up catching it, and I think it's one of the early ones I actually have here. Fuck Toys ended up actually making a little piece pretty darn quick. Did you see that pop up there earlier?
What was it?
By Suki?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So have you been following the newest season of South Park?
I have not. No.
Okay, fair. Okay, so in South Park, it's this whole thing where social media people doing unboxing for the Labubu's.
Yes.
They're part of the unboxing and the Labubu collecting is actually like a fucking satanic ritual that you perform, playing into this whole just kind of like the obsession and like cult like obsession with these toys, which I thought was fucking hilarious because let's be real, dude. Like we do this every week. It might have only been about a week ago. We were just like, yeah, we could claim this as a religion and get some fucking tax cuts going, you know?
Yeah.
And then sure as shit, you got South Park making fun of little girls opening up these Labubu dolls and sitting there being like, that's us. That's me and the boys.
So annoying. Those fucking things, man. I see them everywhere. Then people are telling me how much they're paying for them, and I'm just like, dude, go support something else besides that, please. Something else. Go support somebody making fun of it, dude. That is a way better use of your money.
1000%, man. So yeah, if anybody's actually loving the fuck out of this and needs a copy of themselves, $40 shipped in the US. DM the old fuck toys here.
Nice, dude. Nice graphics on that too. And that is Suki's background, so I'm not surprised on the style of that.
Speaking of graphics, not to go there. I'm not gonna slide over to a tab, but keep your eyes peeled. I know for a fact that fucking Cash Brand is working on issue 7 of Future Retro Ristico.
Yes, dude. And you know what's funny? Here's a little thing that I really like about Future Retroistic magazine is on the cover of some of those magazines. And I think what he does is he picks and chooses from people's accounts, or maybe they sent him pictures to put in there. But I have a couple of issues, and this issue number 7 is going to be another one where it's pieces that are in my personal collection that are on the cover.
Oh, nice.
It was a Titty Bean one, and he did a little thing on this Titty Bean piece. It was like a Tusken Raider mashup, and it's right on the cover, dude. And it's cool to have that piece and have that magazine right next to it. Which, you know, I'm hoping that one person in the next 30 years will ask me about it, and I'll have a great story for him, and then I'll be like, damn, see, all worth it.
I think about it all the time, man. Honestly, like, okay, so there's this sick graphic novel by Canadian artist Seth, and in that graphic novel, it basically is like the journey of their obsession. So this dude, of course, being a graphic novel artist, he ends up really having an attraction towards cartoons as well. He stumbles upon this one cartoonist one day and just becomes like obsessed with it, needs to try and track this shit down, wants to try and like go to different libraries and different collections of all these different New York Times to try and find like any comic strips, all these comic strips. There's weirdos like us. We did a whole episode one night where I was talking about the fucking Swamp Thing and all the different bootlegs from the original drawings and concept drawings, and how you can start seeing the same freaking wishbone tree branch on the face appear in different characters. It's like, yeah, dude, like there will always be autistic weirdo kids like us.
Yeah.
So those magazines and shit in 30 years, people will totally be like, holy fuck, man. I tracked down this one picture of this one piece that I like looks like the one I have, and then turns out it's also in this magazine.
Bro, isn't it funny, man? Hurt and I were talking about this the other day, and just like the internet and autistic people in general, bro, like you put a picture out there or a video out there, and the amount of people that are going to break that shit down and blow your mind. And if you haven't been paying attention to the news recently and all the different videos and theories and stuff out here, it's fucking bananas. It's fucking bananas, dude. And it's just like that, you know, just in today's day and age with access to everything. You're right, dude. Everything gets broken down and, you know, like right away.
People want to figure this out. There'll be somebody who stumbles on this and does a whole YouTube show on this scene and just be like, dudes, you'll never guess. I was looking today and I found these fucking weird toys and there was a whole grouping of dudes doing it back in, you know, we're at the top. We're at the start.
Yeah, dude. And see, and that's the thing, like we were talking about before, like, I mean, if we try to put our finger on it, when did it start? You know what I mean? And I know there was this other wave in 2020, but you're right, dude. Some sort of documentary on that. And bro, right? It's the same fucking thing that I have. It's the same problem that I have with making a book. Where do you stop the content and say, okay, I'm stopping right here and I'm documenting what's gone up to this point?
Right.
And then you just kind of get lost in that thing, and you know, the ADHD kicks in, and then you overthink, and then you're over it and you're onto something else, right? That's just the fucking way it goes, man.
I could totally see that being the case. Absolutely, 110%. But it's just like how you're saying, in 30 years, maybe you'll get to tell a story about whatever, you know. We have artists that we've sat with and interviewed them that I'm sure they were sitting there going, yeah, maybe in 30 years anybody will care. Do you honestly think Geddes thought that there'd be people reaching out to him to privately sculpt pieces for them in 2024 and shit?
No way, man. Because if you look at his age, how old he is now, and then when those things were sculpted, he was a kid. He was a young man. You know what I mean? And he was probably just thrilled to be making dope shit. Got on a cool, weird space movie, and fucking here we are. You know?
You were going to your job. You're going to work.
Yeah.
Like, and we've even talked about that with. Oh, it's gonna fucking escape me now again, but other Kentucky homie who was working down that way. It was just work for them. We've got that fucking the Bespin Boba Fett forum that exists out there now because that dude just happened to work there, and again, just a job.
Yeah.
Pikmin.
Yeah, straight up, man. If anybody hasn't seen that, go. I know that it was on Amazon Prime for a minute. I'm sure you could find it on YouTube. Go watch that. You're going to see a lot of people in there that I honestly didn't know that were around for that long. Pikmin being one of them. But I mean, I think Log's in there. DL Customs is in there. ETC is in there.
Magoob.
Yeah, Magoob. Correct. Fuck.
Dollars in there.
Where's Magoob been? Is he going to be at that Toy Riot show?
That's an interesting question, man.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything from Magoob in a while. Maybe I'll take a little peek over there at some point in our show tonight.
What about who's the other kid from up there in Canada? I do this every time.
Think outside the toy box.
Hoodwinked
Toys. I haven't heard from Hoodwinked Toys in a little while, man. Unfortunately, but you know how creating goes, dude. Like,
yeah.
I often don't think any of these dudes are going anywhere, and I do think part of that is the consumerism impact on art. And I don't mean to maybe go onto a whole other rant here or something that's not really something we typically talk about. But normally the whole idea of creating something is the beauty in being able to create something. And a lot of our friends are actually very privileged, in my opinion. It's like a blessing and a curse, right? With that impulsive desire to create, whether they know why or not. It's like a compulsion. It makes their life more enriched when they create. And yes, it always feels better to get some validation when you make something and you can show somebody, be like, check this thing I made, and they're like, hell yeah, dog. But it's difficult when you now get into this whole idea of, do I make something, will it make any money, am I going to get the likes that I want, how many do I make, is it worth making it? I've had so many artists do the whole, do I do a claim drop? Do I put them in my store? Do I do a tease all week of them? Do I just post it on the day it's available? What happens if nobody likes them, nobody buys them? And that's what I mean when I say like consumerism does sometimes accidentally impact art, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be creating. That's supposed to be like the fucking really rad part, is you love creating. And we've said it 1,000 times, artists have said it thousands of times. It's the moment that you make something that you're like, this is gonna fucking sell, that thing sits on your shelf never moving an inch. It's that time that you decide, I made these because I love this character, I really want to make this. That's when we end up seeing it blow up.
Yeah. God, I agree, dude. It's yeah, it's so that's I agree, dude. Needs to be a documentary about the resin boom of the COVID era. Yeah, dude, someone like Magnificent World of Toys or somebody like that needs to get a hold of that, and just I would not be surprised if someone's been thinking about that already. But yeah, I think that will obviously go down as one of the key time frames of this whole scene.
I'd love to hear somebody like Dove talk about something like that. I'd love to hear somebody like fucking Scott Cherry Barbarian Rage talk about something like that, man. Those dudes, it must have been so strange for them to see that impact all of a sudden. To just see this weird fucking spike, pressure pots galore, sharing what types of resin you're using,
Yeah,
neodymium magnets just kind of becoming like the staple or like the standard for a lot of artists. Glylus articulation becoming more of a circulated concept for articulation points. Like, there's just so many different things that I feel like during the COVID time, it was like the Renaissance always, right? You get all these people sitting around discussing ideas and concepts, and bam, you get a whole bunch of fucking influx of information and ideas. And
yeah. And it's just crazy to see, and to talk about that, dude. It's almost like feels like a taboo time period to think about, just because of everything that's kind of associated with it. But at the same time, yeah, hell yeah, dude, straight up. I think fucking A. Remember that, bro? Remember how fucking batshit crazy that was when it first came out? I'm like, is this fucking real? Like, is this real? And then I believe that was in Oklahoma. That's a whole sidetrack story. I'm not even gonna get into that shit, dude. But yeah, that was a crazy time, dude. But out of all the kind of negativity of that time, dude, it really I would say, now I can't really say this based on fact at all. I would say, just looking at it now, I would say it was a real shot in the arm for this community. And I don't mean that it was dying in any way. I'm just saying that there was this huge influx of more artists, dude. And look at all the artists. Like, if you're a new artist from 2020, raise your hand, dude. And I bet that we would see some people and be like, holy fuck, man. So if not for COVID, right, and not for you guys being at home all the time, would any of this shit ever happen? And I think that's probably a fair question to ask some people, but I think that's obviously going to go down as kind of like the birth year of a lot of people that maybe who we even turned into something they didn't think that they were going to be doing at 2020. Maybe it was just like, I need to kill time. Free time.
I know,
Yeah.
even Vomiting Droids and I have talked about that before, like, because sometimes it's not even that you didn't know it was going to be something you were going to be doing. Maybe like you were kind of like, oh yeah, casting resin, whatever. Some of these dudes didn't know they were going to be making a brand. We talked about that a lot. There was like this weird gray area as well during that COVID period where we saw a huge influx of resin artists, where suddenly a lot of these folks were making a logo, making like a picture, like a profile picture that worked with their logo. They were making these pieces, they were making posts, they were sharing their ideas, they had a store, and yet you tell them one day, well, like, you're a brand, and they're like, oh shit, I am.
Yeah. It's a lot, dude. And then, you know what I mean? And then that's when COVID toys, the infectious nature of resin toy making. Oh shit. There you go. Yeah. What did you just say? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there.
Oh, come on.
I know.
I'm just saying, I know some of these dudes didn't necessarily see themselves as like a brand when they first started doing this stuff.
Thank you.
And even that was like an interesting growth period to see.
And you know what, dude? And then you could even take it one step further, right? And maybe do like a second thing and get into, now that you do have this brand that you've kind of unknowingly created, whether you like it or not, dude, how do you manage that? And how do you grow that? And how maybe not like a how-to class, but just kind of involving and seeing the other stresses that come with that. Like here you are, you're an artist and you're making stuff, and you're trying to sell it. Well, now you got like customer service involved and quality involved and like communication skills involved and handling money and running a website and running the store and fucking doing taxes and fucking, it's just like, you know what I mean, bro? Like that's when that whole other part comes in.
Well,
And then it's something different. Then you really are doing a brand or a business. You're not just like making shit. Plastic Vomit, I started during COVID as just something to do with my kids to pass time. And look what they are doing now, dude. I saw that stained glass Gamorrean guard. What the fuck, dude? That was one of the cleanest figures I've seen in a long time, dude. That shit is dope.
So two things. One, yes, their current library, portfolio, archive, whatever you want to call it, their current like offerings, catalogs of things they've done and can do is absolutely stupid. The other is you touched on a really important part. I think that again was a big learning curve. Toy art is so much different than so many other things because you even brought up the customer service and quality. And anybody who does a painting and somebody sees that painting and goes, I love it, I want that painting in my house, that person generally is going to complain about the quality of the painting. And it's only really in toys that all of a sudden you've got these makers putting on their website being like, please bear in mind this is a handmade piece, this is actually an art collectible, it is not actually intended to be played with by children. It's like there's huge, it's like, homie, like it's one of the few arts out there. You kind of have to put this whole fucking thing on there being like, hey, by the way, if you touch my very fragile thing I made that's painted, it might break. So be careful.
Yeah.
And you're paying $60 for it. It took me probably 60 hours.
Yeah, dude. And then when you start getting into that, it's God, dude, it just becomes a whole other thing. COVID boom of makers did a really great job expanding the community, and so much talent came in that way. Yeah, I agree, dude. Straight up, that's the reality of it right there. Is that regardless of what was happening in the outside world, it was a huge shot in the arm for this community, as I'm sure it was for a lot of other communities, bro. Like we'd be stupid to sit here and think that toy art was the only thing that boomed at that time. I think it was a lot of stuff that boomed at that time, and we just kind of happened to fall into it, which is cool.
We should have invested in phosphorescent powders like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Glow these days. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That must be like there's no way Smooth-On was sitting there being like, hell yeah, boys, COVID's gonna be our season.
Yeah, dude, it was such a weird thing for everybody. I think it was. I don't know. It was just a weird fucking thing in a weird time. I can't believe it was 5 years ago, bro. That's crazy to me.
It'll always feel like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
You want to show us some of your unboxings you got over there?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it. Let's get into. We'll do Epoch first, man. Since Epoch is in the room here, dude. So I got a couple of these things that were after or on the secondary market. These were not new releases. These one of them I already had, so I'll just start off with this one, man. This is the Psychotron. Bam, and this is actually I like this one more than the other Psychotron that I already had. Look at that beauty, though, dude. God dang.
That's one of those pieces where, dude, like the marbling is so sick on it because it's such a fucking fatty sculpt, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And the amount of afterwork that goes into one of those pieces.
Yeah, man. Like the sculpt work on there. Fuck, dude, and that marbling is so damn good, man. But that's a Psychotron. There's been a couple different releases of these. But God, dude, the marble on that is just, I don't know how you can pass that up, especially at this price. I can't remember what I got it for, but it was less than what it came out for, that's for sure. And it was sick.
Is there just like a little touch of hot orange in there, like a neon orange? Or is that
good eye? Can you see that on the yes? So we're looking at kind of like orange right here and pinkish in here, but you're right, dude. Yeah, you can't see it. You can see it in there a little bit. But yeah, man. But God, that's fresh.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. Psychotron, nice. The other one that I got was this Cybernetic Terror, man. Now this one I tried to snag one of these when it first came out.
Jesus.
Dude, yeah. So this is vinyl. This is a vinyl resin combo. But dude, check this shit out, bro. Like, who else is doing stuff like this?
That's literally. Oh damn. That looks like some kind of fucking Sega boss, dude. And then on top of they've always got those sick ass like hollow adornments. I don't even know what to fucking call them.
Yeah. But that is another dope one, dude. Like I said, this one, it came off the secondary market, which I was kind of, surprised to see. And I missed on these when they first came out, so I was glad to see it.
The LED is so fucking good, man. It works so well with that sculpt.
Dude, and the crystal up here, it's got a lot of glitter in it, and it changes with each one of these lights, which is really cool. But bro, I mean, get the fuck out of here. That is so sick, dude. Like I said, man, with the electronics and stuff, there's not many people out there that are, doing a resin, vinyl, electronic light combo. But shit, here's one of them. Boom. So sick, dude. Epoch art, dude. The figures, the resin, the vinyl. He's got some sculpts by Tom Hensley, which are super sick. Magazines, prints, mask making now, dude. He's another one of these dudes that's got this like super crazy array of mediums, dude, that he just masters every time. So yeah, man, me too, dude. I am super glad that I got one, but that's a sick one, dude. But there's so many different mediums, dude. We were just talking about that last week about, how many people are out there that are really killing it in a bunch of different ways. We were talking about Eddie, and, Epoch's another one, man. Like everything that he does just turns to gold, dude. And that's one of them. So cool one right there. I'll show what's up with my camera. Am I looking blurry?
You were a little fuzzy there. I wondered if it was maybe just because it was a little bit jet lagged on you, but
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, dude, and actually, I need to post a picture pretty soon of the Epoch case, dude. The Epoch case is looking fucking fresh right now.
You're so on top of that. That was another part of the criteria for a Grail I was thinking of was like, I suck at being on top of sharing my pieces. I was trying to think to myself, like, okay, what are some pieces I know I haven't like maybe shared on here or posted before? But at this point, that's pretty slim and few and far between, man.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. It's hard to post everything that you get just to, and it'll like.
Well, you're not taking quick
10 years and probably still have content. So,
oh, you're also not necessarily taking just quick shots. You're normally putting quite a lot of thought into your shots, it would seem.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, man. I think I have a really good setup. I think we talked about this on the show either last week or a couple weeks ago, but my picture taking area, I have a really good setup. But yeah, I mean, you do want to put some time into it. I don't want to put shit pictures out there. And I think, dude, the pieces always look better in person. So I'm trying to get as close to that as possible. And sometimes it takes, I mean, I'm not shitting you, bro. Sometimes it takes 100 different pictures to find one that looks like, okay, that one's showing detail. That one is crisp. That one I don't have to fuck with a lot. It's not, and sometimes, dude, I'll take some pictures and then I'll zoom in. I'll go, look at that fucking piece of dust on there. And I have a feeling, because I know what I do when I see pieces like that, I zoom in. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go, God damn, bro, like you could at least taken the dust off that shit.
Or a hair, one single hair.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I hate that.
Absolutely, dog.
But anyways, what do you got? What do you got over there, man? You got a Grail, or what are we doing?
I've got Grails, but I think like my Grails are they're weird ones, man. Like, okay, so one of mine's actually gonna be like a early vomiting droids. We're going to talk
Mm,
about
mm,
some COVID times. This is actually going to be a 2020
mm.
quarantine, 2020. And what do we got here? 9 of 9. So this would have been the last of a run of 9. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this would have been kind of vomits. Oh,
Don't,
this
there
would
you
have,
go. I was gonna say, don't
this would
mind
have
me.
been this would have been one of Vomit's first quote unquote runs or drops, I suppose.
Ooh, nice.
And I know that with these ones here, a lot of them, I think he just ended up giving to like friends or colleagues that he had. And most of them, yeah, like even here, hands optional. So of course, it has no hands on there. But I think for me, like it's just one of those sick things. I know even when we talk about these guys didn't necessarily think they're going to be a store. When I first reached out to Vomit, and I know a lot of people were kind of digging their style often was coming across or being explained as they're making like the mistakes look cool. And I definitely think that they have a very particular style about their work that's only like become more apparent as they've made more. But at this stage, they definitely didn't see themselves as somebody that's making things to sell it. And I know that even like when you were asking to reach out and like try and get some of their pieces, they were very hesitant to part with some of their pieces. And even now, I know they have some pieces still sitting there that if you ask them about them and they're not done yet, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Yeah, that's definitely he ended up including this in a package when I ended up getting like my first 2 vomiting droids from him. And I'm pretty sure his whole thing was like he didn't want to pick a pricing or anything, but he ended up throwing this in there. And then some will remember too, he had the black bagged bears at that time. And they
Yeah.
were some of like the first bears, and those were kind of like a secret that he would include in the packages for people.
Yeah, dude. God, that's going back a ways, isn't it?
5 years.
5 years. Yeah. I love the spelling
Wild.
of Leia on there too, on the
The
card.
Leia, yeah, because it's failed, man, and well, like, and I think that's what's so neat is again, like you look at a vomiting droids, we all fucking love it, man, and that's what I think is so jokes. You've got this dude who tried making these molds and casts that didn't turn out the way he wanted, didn't get the hands, tried covering it up with other like poor, made this whole other shit that we were all just obsessed with.
Yeah. This camera's crooked.
And let's be real, we've seen that style. There's so many other people that almost do that we admire as well, like Camelbot here. I'm gonna
Mm,
sneak into a tab real quick because why the hell not?
yeah.
These
Oh,
were fucking dope. The
yes.
navigator little drop they ended up doing. And I don't know about you, but I was staring at these guys already thinking like, hell, these are fucking really cool.
Yeah,
And
dude. Every
then
time I see those, I'm thinking, "Ooh, are those for sale?" And not yet. Looks like, but yeah, dude.
and
Sick.
the removable helmets is such a nice fucking touch, dude.
Mhm.
And like retired at this point. Grand Navigators retired. It's like, damn. So there's what, 4 of these out there?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on there?
I don't know. I don't know. Hmm.
This maker is definitely an odd, like, what a ripple they've made in the short time they've been around, dude.
Yeah, dude. I think when we first saw him, I think the biggest shock to all of us was kind of like, wow, that is different, dude. That is
Yeah,
when we saw like the paint chips being in there.
100p.
Yeah, dude. Oh, uh,
Yeah, this really drove home with a very interesting and cool concept.
and at the time, which God wasn't all that long ago. When was that? Yeah, see, that was
In January.
here. Yeah, dude, that's mine right there. Ooh,
Oh,
dope.
Jesus. Yeah, thanks to B to the J for the super shots. It's like, yeah, dude, no doubt.
And it's like, and when I bought that, I'm like, well, I don't have anything like that. That's for sure. And then you start seeing where the paint chips come from, and you're like, oh man, this shit is too much, dude. This is. This is way sick.
Right. Yeah. The reduce, reuse, recycle aspect. Then you go and see like the paint work this individual actually does as well, and it's like,
God
okay then. Yeah, fucking cool figures, man. I'm new to this and having a lot of fun. If you guys aren't following Camelbot Commander, you're missing out. I just have homeboys at 517. That's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Stupid.
That's just dumb. Yeah.
Got over there.
Dude, check this one out. So this is one that I showed you before the show, man. But check this out, dude. This is a sunshine from Healy Made. That's a 6-inch right there. That's solid resin. And as we were talking about the makeup, I'm like, man, you know about that UV and glow. And this thing right here, dude, I haven't taken pictures of this yet, but I really don't know if my camera will even focus on this thing because I'm going to light it up here in a minute. It is super sick. But that is a sunshine. That is a larger version of the Muscle Man one from the 80s toys. But I mean, it's a beast, dude. It's heavy, 6 inches, solid resin.
What I hate sometimes about these 6-inch figures is it really makes me realize how not 6-inch I am.
Oh, okay. We'll show you again here in a minute.
I don't glow either, which again, really disappointing.
You can do a screen grab or something if you'd like, maybe later on. But check this out, dude. This is nuts right here. God damn, dude. Woo. I mean, shit, dude. Look at that. I mean, that looks like, I don't know. Looks like some radioactive shit in my hand right there. That shit is nuts, dude.
Man,
my camera won't even focus on it right.
You could literally see it cool down.
Yeah. And that's what's cool about it, dude. So like when it's completely drained, right? And then as I have like this kind of like you can adjust this on here like a fine point, which also when I'm taking pictures, I also like to do that because if I have this over the figure going straight down to like a pin like that, I'll get some shadows on it. If I put it back and I have like a wider type flashlight, you know what I mean? See how much more light that puts on the top as opposed to something like this, where it's just like one little dot. Anyways, but what's crazy is when you have it on the fine point like this, and then if it's completely cool, right where you put this, as long as you just go you almost trace the line of where they get, and it goes. I mean, everybody has glow stuff, and you know that some stuff takes a little bit longer to warm up to the glow than other pieces. Sometimes I have to leave a light on there for a minute. Other pieces, like if I just get this thing remotely close to some UV,
Jesus,
bro, that almost looks like moving. You know what I mean? Look at that shit.
Oh, 100%, man. And a gorgeous pour that only comes out even more in this.
Damn. That looks fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Healy, man, that's why he's the king, dude.
That a new grab for you?
That's a new grab for me. Yeah, that came in like I don't know, a week ago. But who knows? It could have came in a month ago for all I know with my postal service. But I think I picked it up from the post office about a week ago.
Yeah, you're saying a while back too. Your post office was basically like holding on to packages. It seemed like hoarding your goods.
I cannot believe that it's still going on. This has been months now, dude. And just as a refresher, my neighbor's dog, apparently, a dog that's this big, bit the mailman, and then all of a sudden I didn't get packages. So now every time, it still happens, dude. Like if anybody sends me a package through the regular post office, you'll get an alert saying that they tried to deliver a package to my house. It was undeliverable because of animal interference. And I still go to the fucking post office and they have animal interference written on my packages when it's my whole street, dude. Like my neighbor's dog apparently bit the mailman, which I still don't fucking believe, but they are refusing to deliver mail to our entire street. Like I said, dude, this has been going on for months now. They keep on saying that we're going to get one of those community mailboxes, but here I am, dude. So I make it to the post office maybe once a week, which sucks, dude, because when you're mailing stuff out or picking stuff up, it's like you got one shot, man. And like the post office here closes at 4:00. So, you know, if I'm not home from the Bay Area traffic by 4, then I'm fucked. you know.
So something, and I'm sorry, it's a huge digression here. Something about you just saying Bay Area traffic and you're fucked. Kid you not. Yesterday, man, I'm at the other place I work downtown. Right, one of my customers is just like, "Yo, I don't know if you really want to see this, but one of the dudes outside right now is fucking this car," and it shows me his phone as one of the fucking junkies is literally outside, pants around his ankles, just trying to make love to a car. You want to talk about heavy traffic getting you fucked, man? There it is. There it is for you.
Yeah, that's God. What do they do to those poor postal workers to make them so high strung? I don't know, man. That's what's
Vital, apparently.
like. I have a feeling it had to have been like a fill-in postman, because the regular postman that's come by here, like I've had the door open sometimes when he comes to the door and he kind of peeks in and he's like, "Holy fuck, dude, what's going on in there?" And I'm just like, "Oh, bro, like if you're allowed to come in, come in." So he came in one time and he just, dude, have you seen that commercial where or not the commercial, but there's a reel going around right now where a guy has a toy room and the walls are just covered, dude, in like carded figures, and the repairman comes in and he goes, "Holy fuck," and he's just, like, he's just going, "Wow, that is cool, that is fucking cool." I'm just like, that's all I want. That's all I want, man, for people to come in and say that. Yeah. Anyways,
but don't touch them. Don't touch them. Just admire them.
Yeah.
Because if one of those fucking little guns falls out of their hands, and I go to put it back, and everything goes flying. Oh.
That's right. That's right. I got I'm going to show a grail real quick.
Do it.
How about this one, dude? This artist right here. I think he's back now. I think he's left and come back a couple times. This is Waking the Dead Customs. Now, this is a good example of one that I've only seen one of, and this one's really good quality too. But it's Waking the Dead Customs, and they were under a different name before that, but that's probably going back far enough to where nothing of that's going to pop up. But Waking the Dead Customs is what this one is. And this was a 101 that I saw them post. I got this maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. But the Married with Children, Bud Bundy, Grandmaster B. A great looking figure, man.
Nice. That's a good fucking crowd.
Yeah, dude, right? I saw that. I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen that one before.
But I haven't seen Waking Dead in a while.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too? To look, he's got the phone down here, but then the Raiders parka, and then the hat backwards, dude, and you know, that's a good one, man. That's a 101 from Waking the Dead Customs. Give that account a follow. He does not post very often. If you're familiar with the movie Blood In, Blood Out, for whatever reason, man, he's got a thing with that movie Blood In, Blood Out. He's made like every single character in the movie, which is a gang movie, so it's crazy to make every single character in there. But jazz. Oh man. But yeah. Anyways, Waking the Dead Customs on that. Married with Children. I mean, God, dude, Married with Children goes back to probably the mid '80s.
Was it 80s? I thought it was the 90s.
No, dude. So my mom and my stepdad met in, I believe, '85, and they were like really dating in like '86. And my stepdad was like, "Oh, this show's great." And I'd never seen it before. And I was like fucking 6 or 7 years old. And my mom was like, "You're not watching that." But that's right around the time, dude. Remember like Fox? When the Fox network came out, they had all like the more kind of risque shows, like fucking Cops was on there, Married with Children, The Simpsons, shit like that, dude. And it was just In Living Color, all those shows back then. So can't play those shows today. That's for damn sure.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sneak past for sure. Well, I mean, it's actually interesting. We're seeing like an odd flip, but we're not gonna get into that tonight here. I mean, but we are seeing an odd flip, I would say.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, man. What you got next, man? You want to do a tab or
I was gonna say you want to see a couple tabby dudes slide back into the Grails and the Mo?
Let's check it out.
Cool, cool. I don't know how we missed these when these dropped actually like 2 weeks ago, but there's still a bunch in the store. And if you're missing any from the series, this is definitely a very interesting series to hop on.
Oh,
This could be
nice.
the Maggitarius ones they ended up actually doing with Wonder Goblin. So these are part of like that whole set of all the Phantosaurs that they've got. So this
Yes.
all blue drop ended up actually going live August 30th. So like I said, about 2 weeks ago, we ended up missing these. 90 in the shop still.
Nice.
But if you guys aren't familiar with Maggitarius somehow, and also Trace One Art being the main painter for them, definitely worth hopping over there, checking out some of their work. Just some of the most. These are definitely, there's some people, man, there's some Fubies going to go down, I think. Like, again, when we talk about those pieces in 30 years, does anybody care? It will be pieces like this, I think, that will definitely going to resonate with certain people.
Yeah.
And like,
that was a beautiful paint job on that.
well, Kachina's been hitting them as well. So they're going to be at the GAM Jam 2025. And they've got a whole bunch of different pieces that are actually from different artists that they've been whipping up and painting as well. Of course, they're going to have probably their own work as also, but I'm loving that very Aztec style paint app they've got going on.
That's a great description, dude.
And like, this is just such a fucking wild piece, man.
God, look at that, man.
The whole concept with like the little eggs with the tinier dinosaur in the egg is just such a neat little. That when we go back to like playability, play sets, and shit like that, man.
Ooh, those fungustines, dude. God damn.
Like, get out of here. That's banger, man.
God, that's so fucking good, dude. That store, was it Outer Limits of New Brunswick? Or what's that shop?
Outer Limits Brunswick here.
Yeah, that one. If you go in their shop, bro, I believe there's still some fun. Ooh, there it goes right there in the top right. Yeah, I think that's in their shop right now. It might be sold, but
damn, man. Ooh.
Yeah, those are in there too.
Interesting, man. They've got some real fucking beautiful pieces up there in their shop.
Scroll up real quick. That mega church on the right-hand side, right there. That's cool, man. I want to get one of those. They have those in there. I believe they're carded. But then also a really beautiful piece is the one that's listed right underneath that one on the store page.
Okay, fair. On the store, yeah.
Go up real quick. It's above the resin blood. Right there.
Damn.
Yeah, that's sold. I checked the shop for that. That's sold. But cherry moth cake on that. That's dope, dude.
Interesting, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel stupid not knowing this this shop. What a stupid fucking.
You know what, dude? It was newer to me too, probably just within the last few months. And I can't remember how I came across it, dude. But I went in there and what I bought, and I think I showed it on the show a couple weeks ago, was I bought that Budfoot from.
Oh yes, the Wonder Goblin one.
I'm sending to Ophelia to get painted up. I have that, dude. That is sick. I love that.
I have that, dude.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
Oh man, I don't even end up over here. Yeah, okay, so this is a very interesting concept that I saw the other day.
Oh,
so Toyzday Toys, all sets for now. Thank you kindly to everyone who got in touch. So apparently they've all been grabbed up. But I don't know if you ended up seeing this. Miniature painters who use airbrush or for hand brushing want to paint these 3 sets of Shampoobians on spec. These would need to be done for a toy show on Saturday, the October 11th. I'd provide you the 9 figures, a good selection of Holbein acrylic inks, which I have found to be the best paint for these in terms of adhesion, the custom rigid clamshell paint mask that we use to mask off the singlets, socks and heads, and as many tips and tricks as I can for the past runs of these that I have painted. You would need to finish cleaning these castings, scraping the sanding seams, then hot soapy bath for all. Paint them however the fuck you want, just make them great, and get them back to me no later than Wednesday, October 8th. I will package them and include among the items I will be trading or tabling with at the show. Crediting, linking to you, you would get 100% of the sales. Any sets that don't sell at the show will go online in the Toyzday web shop afterwards. Again, with 100% of sales going to you. Like, what the fuck is that, man?
Yeah.
Who out there does a bunch of casts and is like, hey, you know what? You want to clean these motherfuckers and paint them up? That's on you, dog. Here you go. I'll ship them out to you. I'll give you the masks I use for painting. I'll even send you the inks. You get them back to me. I'm going to make sure that you get accredited for it, and I'll sell them at the table and give them the profits. Like, what?
I have never seen anybody do that before, dude. But what a great idea. Damn, miniature painters, bro. Miniature painters. Let's think about miniature painters real quick, dude. We have a lot of people that came from miniature. Pope Toys. There's
Doc
one.
Horror, even.
Who's that?
Doc Horror.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Miniatures quite often.
Yeah, Healy made another one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, man. And for an account of 458 to come up with something like that, I just thought that was super fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yo, Deep Pruitt.
Woo!
Once more on it. He said, I see your toy. I raise you in homage. What do you think of that?
God, dude, he's so good at getting like really dope figures in a different scale. God dang it, man.
This thing is so cool. And don't get me wrong, like, this is already a fucking very interesting, cool sculpt as it is. But homie's like, yeah, I got you.
Dude, there's something about a beefy, and you know what's crazy is it goes back to when we were kids, dude, and why we started liking the 5.5 figure He-Man is because it was a big beefy character, and it's the same reason that I like that one, and then also ETC's Enos 5.5 because they're beefy 5.5 figures, dude.
I agree. I basically pictured being a grown toddler holding my toy in my fist, you know, big old hand. Just I want to be holding my fucking toy, man.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that's why it's so sick. Last Resort Toys, they do all those 4-ups of the diner erasers, and that's what I love about that, man. Like, this whole idea that you've got these vinyls of these pieces that a lot of us have a lot of nostalgic attachment to, and then this idea that you can hold it in your hand. Oh yeah, fucking toys, man.
Yeah.
Check this motherfucker, Side Eye Club.
What is that? I've never seen that.
Right? And we're seeing this more and more, I find, where we're seeing individuals making things like vinyls and shit, but meanwhile have an account size of like 400. And where I ended up spotting this was actually on the Weird Kid Club page. So they're currently going to be doing their More Monsters opening October 4th. And this is one of the individuals who sent in some work. But these are going to be all the individuals that are actually going to have pieces at this show.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Good old Low Tech Studios popping in there.
Nice.
Ray Gun Wizard. Like, that'll be a fun one, man.
Prawn Mouse. Wow, I've never heard of them. Pendragon was in there, I think.
Yep, from Germany. Gloopy Goblin was on just recently, were they not? Why is my tiny little brain slipping on that one? But yeah, we just had Gloopy Goblin. And check this fucking piece out that Trash Toys in the works on. Yeah, you'll look over eventually.
1 second.
Do it. Well, those of you at home, check out this fucking rad piece that Trash Toy Studios has been working on. So those of you who might not be familiar with Trash Toy Studios, they're typically one of those artists who will be a little bit quiet for a bit, and then when they end up doing a run, it'll end up being just a fun as hell drop of a bunch of glow-in-the-dark friendly little miniatures, tons of different ideas. What is this? And so if you've ever ended up catching one of their drops, you know that it's usually just going to be a whole lot of really fun things like this.
Desert God, dude, that's a dope one.
Well, and that's why, admittedly, like, so this piece up here, I can only foresee it just becoming more cool when they start casting it in different ways.
Yeah, dude. I want to grab something from Trash Toy real quick, just because I put it together the other day.
Yeah, do it up. I dare you.
Check this out, man. So I thought this was really cool. So this is one of those double-headed Vaders with the chip bag cape on it, or I don't know what kind of material that's from. That's what it was kind of advertised, or there was some that had that. But then also this casket.
I was gonna say, how come you get a casket with yours?
It didn't come with it. This was separate, and I just displayed it like this.
Works so good,
dude. It works so good. Look at that shit, dude. I love it. Look at that.
It works good.
Oh shit, dude.
Okay, yo, I don't know what is going on, but it makes your Vader like glow in there. Like, do you have a UV light on right now? What the fuck is
No,
happening?
no, I have no UV light.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And even on the bottom of this, like, I don't know. I need to ask them, like, how, like, what's that? You know what I mean? I love it, but it's like a weird kind of like bubbly texture. Could have been a fucking mess up, and that's just what it is, dude. I don't know.
That might have been how it settled, yeah. Especially
Yeah.
if that's the end of the pour.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's like a glove for sure, man. But and this is the thing, dude. I don't have anything sticky on his feet. I don't have. He's just. I don't get it.
Yeah.
He's just standing there, and it's like he's just standing there, and it's perfect.
I honestly am still kind of blown away how it just makes that yellow pop on his belly, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna put this right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I know we ended up showing these off just about a week or two ago, but these are now available online. No, that's the pin one. There we go. There we go. So the sniffles are for 2 week back to school. Noosers stuffed up all year long. So these are all up in the shot. And there's actually a couple different versions, like the Oz.
Oh, nice. With the out of the eyes. That's cool.
Like, just fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Ooze It toys back in the day. Did you ever have those?
I did not, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of shows and festivals and all that, California coming up.
Yes, dude.
Look at these fuckers.
Bro, I want to go to that so bad, and it would not take long just to drive on down, man. I just got so much going on that week.
These are insane, man.
Bro, the eyes on those. Look at that. God damn.
The metallic.
From, Barbarian Rage, sick figure, dude. That's a vinyl piece.
And it's weird. I don't normally like it. To date, it's still probably one of the most badass figures I've seen come out this year, man. That sculpt is so cool.
Agreed, dude. That kind of like that copper and blue, dude. I really like that. Or yellow, orange, copper, whatever you call that. Oof.
But it always looks good.
That's mine. Yep, that's mine. Yep. God, those are good, dude.
You're fucking hilarious, man. Check out this playset.
Bro, Funky McClunky. So yeah, dude, Funky McClunky. If you're looking for 3D prints, dude, that's
okay. So I think it's this individual though, so it's gonna actually be the next 17 drop. But you're right, Funky McClunky actually does a lot of 3D scanning, and if I'm not mistaken, they actually do some 3D scanning on Spot too, if anybody wanted to do that. But this whole playset is just such a huge fucking sick concept, in my opinion.
The half Vader, that is sick.
What a fucking dope piece, man! To have him in that fucking med tank like that.
Yes, dude. Ooh.
And then, of course, the concept Yoda. And they have a whole backstory on that for you on there. But even showing the figure displayed like that on like a little Kenner stand, it's like, okay, sick. Yeah, even if you don't want him in the med chamber, like he still just looks like a dope ass figure.
Yeah.
Anyways. Did you see the shotgun karaoke dudes he posted recently?
I haven't seen that yet, dude.
Yeah, 25 USD plus shipping. And then they've gone with basically like the prototype of Bobas, but in a translucent.
Yeah, dude, those are fucking fresh, dude. I like those. Mixed parts look, dude, that prototype look. I still think that, the bigger toy corporations bumped into some of this stuff from this here community and was like, oh, we need to make those, dude, because next thing you know, you start seeing all these prototype style figures come out.
I definitely think so as well, man. Even have you seen recently? I fucking hate them even talking about it, but the fucking Mr. Beast figures, the commercials for those.
No, what's that?
Shit. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about how and like this is one of those blatant ones we know because we're in the scene, right? But Mr. Beast has these interchangeable figures now, and it's so hard not to look at them and just be like, okay, cool. So you've seen Glyos, and now you being like somebody with money and wanting to get on the next thing, have found a way of being able to basically do a Walmart version of Glyos. And don't get me wrong, we've seen the whole snap and connect and click toys before. I know there was a whole bunch by like Matchbox back in like the early 80s. They did it, and there's like a bunch of different socket poppers. But it's hard for me not to see these right now in today's time and not be like, yo, sorry, Mr. Bead Lab hybrids, you're Glyos. Like, you know?
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right, dude. And all I got to say about that thing right there is fuck that shit. Like, that's fucking, I mean, whatever, dude. That's fucking like, that's commercial fucking kids toy fucking bullshit, bro. That's like not what we do. I appreciate the dude trying to get on, someone with like limitless amounts of money trying to get in on the action. Fuck you. That's not what we fucking do. That's anti all that bullshit. Fuck your fucking Walmarts and fucking dollar stores where they're gonna fucking end up on fucking Ross behind a fucking pair of socks in 3 years, dude, that nobody gives a fuck about. So fuck that bullshit.
B, tell us how you really feel.
I fucking hate it. When people fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess that's a noble thing to make another fucking kid's toy, because that's what the world needs is a fucking another kid's action figure sitting on the shelf of some fucking big box store, dude. You know what I mean? Like, bro, invest your money in fucking small people and small businesses that do dope shit. Like, what if you had a large company of somebody doing hella dope shit? That's not it. That might be fucking cool for the like toy community for fucking what the fuck ever, but it ain't what this is. I don't know, dude. That shit's just fucking annoying to me. I don't know. It's not for us. It's not for us, dude. It's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Oh man, I don't know if I've ever seen you pop like that on show, homie. There's one. There's one.
Well, there's one I can think of. Holy shit! Talk about show history, right? God damn, it's a long time ago now.
Yeah, it's going back. Poor kid. We'll never see him again.
Yeah. So, anyway, did you have another Grail?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly, I don't know if I've shown this one off before. This one's a weird Grailer for me because, and you're gonna remember, dude, this is actually gonna be a titty beam fig. But it's a limb swap. So one of the first artists I actually had the chance to meet in person would have actually been Bootleg Sewer Mutant, who you know I'm a big fan of their Brat figure that they make. And they actually ended up coming down this way. Why don't you just fucking sit in the hand, bitch? You know how it is. The guns, man.
Oh, fuck.
It's always the little guns, you know?
Yeah.
I took it out. I took it out once. That's what they all say. I took it out once. Come on. And it's not going to sit. The gun's not important. What happened, though, was I ended up having this dude in an all black as well as in this like pink and white marbled. And knowing that Bootleg Sewer Mutant is actually a huge fan of the Titty Bean work as well, we actually ended up doing a limb swap while they were here. So even though I've got the black torso dude with the pink and white glow limbs and head, they then actually have the opposite with the black limbs and then the pink and white body on there as well. Honestly, dude, I think the Mummy Stalker by Titty Bean, right off the hop anyways, might have been one of like my favorite sculpts back in the day, like just favorite pieces, kit bashes, whatever you really want to call it. There's something about the interchangeable heads on his like Stalker series that definitely just added like a whole new fun element to the playability of these figures, kind of added to almost this storyline that they had going for the Tittyverse that they had.
Yes.
So definitely, I don't know, man. That's going to be one of my Grailers for sure.
That's a great one, dude. And I think that you nailed a couple things there. One, bootleg sewer mutant, dude. That dude's fucking amazing. That's just a
What
great
a beast.
Yeah, straight up. And then also the titty bean, what the figures used to come with, the swappable heads. That was always a super cool thing, man. I have a whole collection of just
Little
swappable
heads.
heads. Yeah, from titty. And you know what, dude? Some of them are just plain. Some of them are marbled. Some of
Yep.
them are very painstakingly painted.
Yes.
And it's an extra head. You know what I mean? It's like, God damn,
Yeah.
how do I not display that? I did a post one time. Maybe I'll rerun that at some point, dude. But it was just extra titty bean heads, and it's a dope ass picture. And you're just like, fuck, dude, that's crazy that those are just kind of throw-ins at the time. The funny thing is too, dude, is that you picked a titty bean piece. I too picked an older titty bean piece.
Interesting. What you got?
Dude. Yeah, so this is one of my. This goes back. I can't remember if this was on the painted tier of Patreon when it first came out, or if this was just a painted Frankenstalker figure from a while back, dude. But this Frankenstalker is just
Gorgeous.
it's so stupid good, dude. I wish the camera would focus a little bit better right now.
And this is kind of what I like, that whole line, especially for somebody who had just gotten into this, was just kind of starting with the kit bashes, molding, castings. They really found the character design fucking early, man.
Yeah, dope, man.
Oh, that's so good.
So dope. And then the head, the head comes off, but just
Of
look at the head.
course.
Yeah, the paint on the head alone is just so damn cool, man. This one I'm sure did come with another head. I don't know what it would be at this point, or maybe it didn't, dude. But the paint on there's like a pink base, and then there's a wash on there. The arms, they have like this gold trim.
That ink wash on the head is fucking dope as hell, man.
Oh god, dude.
So,
3.75, dude. That's one of the best I got.
a funny story with Titty and painting the figures. So definitely Titty for a while, like they were already playing a bit with painting figures, and then a bigger artist at one point reached out to them and definitely played kind of that whole like, I'm a bigger artist, you should like, you know how like this like, how are you not supposed to be stoked? You know what I mean? Like you're just starting, this bigger artist reaches out, you're stoked. They wanna collaborate with you. And this individual basically said, send me like a run of 10 figures, I'll paint them, and it'll be a big deal. Like they'll sell like crazy because I'm a great painter. Titty sends them off, and obviously within like a year is kind of like, yeah, like I accept those figures are never coming back to me. And that was basically the butt kick for Titty to be like, fuck it, I could probably paint my figures better than that dude could have done it anyways. And started painting his figures up as kind of like yeah, whatever, I'll paint my own and I'll do it better.
Yeah, and I'll do it better. Yeah, and now his paint apps, dude, are just so good.
Super talented artist, man. And unfortunately, I think there's been so many things going on for them in the last year that they've kind of had a little bit of silence on them. But they've done some big things given what's going on. Getting the Patreon back up again, some of the designed figures that they had for that are absolutely insane. I can't wait to see when they just kind of get some breath again.
Yeah, dude. He got married. He moved. Some big changes, man. And a move, especially for someone that had their own shop, basically, right? And then he started doing the 3D printing on top of that. So you think, how much more room do you need? And then moving and trying to get all that, dude. But the good news is, dude, he's still in it. He's still active, which is always good to see. His stuff is fucking dope, dude. I can't wait to get through posting some of this stuff from AR. I think I have a couple posts left, but then I can get into some of this other newer stuff that I've got, and the newer version of the Frankenstalker. I've been dying to take pictures of this one, dude, because it is such a fresh ass figure, dude. It is so damn cool. And I think the pictures are going to be really good. So that'll be fun. But he's a beast, man. That's one dude that I think if we've seen anybody go from like really just kind of trying it and being like, well, here's what I got, to just fucking like really clean, crisp, original pieces. You know what I mean? We've seen that whole thing in a really short amount of time. I mean, 2020 to it's been 5 years, dude, and it's he's gotten exponentially better year after year. And he's not the only one. That's the cool thing, dude, is like, I think we can say that for a lot of people. We don't see very many people regressing. I know that.
No.
Yeah.
And usually if they've been silent, it's also because they've been working on a lot of big things in the background.
Yeah.
Just I've got a couple more tabs here, and I think one of them, I can't remember actually if I ended up showing it off last week or not, because that's how my brain ends up operating. But check these little guys out if we haven't already looked at these. So there's gonna be one of our under 1,000 accounts.
Oh, I like that. Yes, Satori, dude. I have been seeing that account. I love those, dude.
I like the little bases for them. I like the paint apps for them. Just a fucking fun sculpt, man.
Is that not so? Is that a vinyl?
Ooh, you know what? I just naturally assumed it was going to be resin, but it looks like it might be resin printed.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would assume resin printed.
Oh, look at that larger one.
Yeah.
We've made several improvements since the first prototype. Nice. That's a cool figure, dude. God dang.
It's crazy to me how many of the dudes are airbrushing as well. Like back to how like we just see this huge influx of information and wealth of knowledge being shared. It's like, yeah, when we first came in, not a lot of the dudes were doing the airbrushing.
Yeah.
Check these motherfuckers.
Oh. God.
Just stupid, man.
Oh. Dude. Oh, yeah. So they're small finger puppet size. Yeah. But for 50 Australian, yeah, plus shipping, you're gonna pay almost. That's what you're gonna pay in shipping almost to the States too. But what a sick looking piece, dude. Ooh.
Damn. Just a gorgeous fucking paint app.
Yeah, dude, that's really cool.
Interesting choice to go with the finger puppet on a first drop too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the dudes will get a stamp made for the bottom and basically pocket it up.
Yeah, there was somebody else that was doing the finger puppet style as well. God, who was that?
Saruga Mark was back in the day. A lot of their little Monstro Suppressos used to come as like a finger puppet style.
I have one of those, dude. Yeah, I think you and I got those, I think, around the same time.
Likely, man. What a great fucking maker, dude. Right on the pulse.
Yes, dude. And here's something else that God, dude. So there's when I met him at DesignerCon a couple of years ago, he gave me one of the Dino blanks, and it's all unassembled. It's a glow blank, dude. And I'm throwing that in the box to Ophelia too. And I want him to paint that up. That's going to be a sick one, dude.
Hell yeah.
So that should be a really good one.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Did you have any more pieces to show?
I've got one more Grail to do. You got one more Grail too, though, don't you?
100%.
Yeah, let's see that. I want to see your Grail, baby.
So this one, I was telling you before the show, I don't know a whole lot about this one, man. This is a Healy made one-off. It was a figure that he put together, I think the head at least, on the body. This is all static up here. The knees down, that joint is a little bit articulated there, but the paint app is what we're talking about here. That's all done by Healy made. Some really, really nice, crisp, bright, shiny paint on that. Like I said, I don't have a lot of info on this one. I know it's a one of one. I know it came from his personal collection, and it was something that he had worked on at one point a while ago. But yeah, dude, that's a sick one. The other piece that I brought out, this is not a Grail piece, or at least for this show. But as far as the scale goes, if you guys remember this one, I think I might have done this one in our last Grail show. But this Tin Man, this is one of the very first indie toy pieces that I saw, actually, and I had no idea who Healy made was at the time, or where this figure came from. But as far as what the body looks like in that lower half, it's not the same, but it's very similar. And the scale's like right on. The shoulders could be there. The chest is there. The
Very similar.
yeah, the pockets are there. But I think as a lot of people do too, you can take an original figure and then kind of build on top of that or take away from it and have something that's similar, but not quite identical. I don't know if that's what happened here, but I think that these figures probably came from the same line. So if anybody knows what that is, I'm sure I could just ask him and he would tell me what it is. But the paint on this dude is just it's so damn good.
What's weird with those legs is they almost remind me of like the old school knockoff Power Rangers that you'd see.
Yeah, yeah. And it's light. It does feel hollow. You know what I mean? But God, dude, just that gator tail head is fucking, shit. Dope piece, man. Healy made right there.
No, and
so
with that one there, do you think that would have actually been a kit bash? Like just a straight kit bash, not molded, casted?
Yeah, I think without knowing where that top headpiece came from, I would say the other one, the other part of it, yeah, that might even just be a whole figure that he swapped the head on and then glued the arms into place so they don't articulate anymore.
And then paint it up.
Yeah, then paint it up. And that's, some of the cool things about the one-offs, dude, is the mystery behind them. It's like, I don't know. A lot of that stuff I don't know, But on the other hand, that's kind of what makes it cool to me. Some points where you're just like, fuck, I don't know. I know it's cool as shit. I know that,
I do know, yeah. I completely can understand that, man. If anything, I think definitely that's one of the interesting parts when you're in this scene is not necessarily knowing what the hell is going on with a lot of these pieces.
Yes. Imagine an outsider coming in and looking at it and just like, we were all there at one point where we're like, what is all this?
Yes.
I know one thing. I know that what I'm looking at is dope. And I know that I can't get it anywhere else that I know of. And then you just start down the thing of like, who is making this stuff? What's that made of? Where do you get this? What do you do for a living? Do you sell these? It's just like, it's a never ending. I don't know shit. I feel the same way, dude. I just, we just talk about cool shit. That's about it.
That's usually about it.
Yeah.
All right. I got one last Grailer here.
Yeah, what you got, dog? Close it out. What you got?
I don't know if I've shown this one off before yet. So this is actually going to be by Death and Strawberries. Death and Strawberries doesn't make a whole lot of pieces. So I think that's why this one lands in my grails. But then also it's from a Mexican bootleg of a Batman. And so this guy is like a scrawny Batman.
Yes.
That's what I actually love about this dude. So of course,
the flat Batman, dude. I love it.
The fucking flat Batman. There's just something about the flat Batman I just find fucking hilarious, man. Peg articulation. And then, of course, the hand-sculpted base they molded and casted as well for him to stand on.
Nice.
Just the extra little, like, cherry on top. Flat man. Oh, fuck off. Yeah. Super retro. Absolutely on point, man. Yeah. And even look at those stupid legs, dude. That, like, little bend at the calf. It's like, could you imagine being like a 9-year-old kid? Your mom goes to the grocery store or whatever and comes back with one of these for you. This is your Batman at school.
Was that a mold and cast from him, or did he sculpt that?
I think it was just a mold and cast on this guy.
Okay.
From an OG Batman booty.
Nice.
So that's just like a Mexican bootleg that he's done the honors of ripping. That fucking bat belt, man. It's literally just like a bat. Just a straight bat.
I just noticed that, dude. The bat belt buckle that's wider than his whole hips. That's awesome, dude.
Just fucking shows, man. And like, it's not even they tried to hide that he's skinny. Like you can literally even see Batman's poor back ribs.
Either that or their tire treads from when he got ran over. Who knows?
Right? Like, what is going on back there? He's literally just scrawny Batman.
That's cool, man. I love that kind of, as much as we talk about like quality, and I think quality is kind of a weird thing to talk about because we all know, dude, that like some guys, that's what they go for. Other guys, that's not what they go for at all. And sometimes it's a boot of something that wasn't perfect from the beginning. But I think that's part of the mystique, right, of this scene is that it's,
100%.
yeah, it looks like that. That's not what that is, but it looks like it. And it, you know,
I would even argue for some people, it's probably what kind of got them into the idea of bootlegs or even looking online into bootlegs. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
know one Pope Toys and I often talk about is actually the Soma Sonic Rangers. And they're like this weird bootleg of a RoboCop head on like a Power Ranger body. And for some reason they've got like 12-inch versions of them. They've got 3.75s of them. They've got little Keshi sizes of them. And like to see a bootleg line of toys just get all these iterations, it's so much fun when we see the dudes do that as well. Even Titty for a while was doing that when we have like the Frankenstalkers and then the Keshi size Frankenstalker.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my god, man. What was the party Pikel Pyres? And then you have the party Pyres, which hold a little martini and the fucking come on, dude. And such a sick scene to be a part of, man. So many interesting things to see. You know what other interesting things we're gonna see tomorrow? We're doing all this again. You're gonna hear us try and explain things we probably know nothing about again. And we've got a big old list of artists here whose toys we're going to look at and make guesses of what they've done.
Yeah.
Exactly. Future knows. Ninja time.
Yeah, that's we're gonna see some cool shit. I'm gonna show this. I'm probably gonna show this tomorrow too. Well, I'm gonna show this real quick.
Better be a ninja costume.
Oh, dude, that would have been cool. I don't have one, but
oh, yo, dog. Yeah.
So that's a Hurt Toys Ninja piece from a while back, dude. And this, I think he posted online at one point, and just didn't get a lot of action on it for whatever reason, dude. I fucking love it. It's, it's 4 points magnetic articulation. It's clean as fuck. Really good clack on that.
I was gonna say, dude, you heard me inhale on that clack, but fuck, that pose is so good. So much movement in that.
It is, dude. Yeah, and it stands just like that. But it's a clean one, dude. And if I were going to take a picture and enter it in a ninja show, I would take a picture of that, dude. But it's a cool one, man. He didn't make too many. I want to say he made probably less than 5 of those. But it's a really cool scale too.
Hell yeah, it is.
But
it,
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of 40 plus artists, and potentially Cave Roller Toys is going to be in here, and Lee is potentially going to be in here as well. But they missed potentially getting put on this list. There will probably be an updated list posted tomorrow. Nice. Those dudes remind me of this size, but even bigger. It seemed like, right? They were larger than this, correct?
The piece that I just had.
Yeah, that ninja.
Similar. Yeah, I would say, gosh, maybe even a little bit. The one that I have maybe is a little taller, but yeah, it's big. God, I don't have the
look double almost.
Yeah, it's actually, I'll tell you right now. But yeah, somebody had commented. Yeah, wash looks really good too. Let me just so scale on this guy is going to be 6 inches on that on this guy here.
I heard the fucking tape measure clack back on that, you weirdo.
But anyways, yeah, Hurt Toys, man, that's that was a good one. Then.
Absolutely. Well, seeing as we're going to waste 2 more hours of all these lovely individuals' time tomorrow, not going to be a waste. Sorry, if anything, tonight was probably a waste of your time because we were just babbling on like idiots. But tomorrow won't be a waste of time because we're going to be looking at sick-ass toys. Not
cool, man.
Sick-ass toys tonight.
I think most of the stuff that we showed tonight, I think, I don't know if any of those people are actually in the show tomorrow. So we covered quite a few artists tonight, which was...
I'm not going to lie, your Grailers kind of caught me off guard. I was sitting over here feeling like I was going to be like that dude who shows up to a car show. I've got the fucking, paddy wagon bullshit that I've been building with my friends for years, and you show up rocking like the fucking Lamborghini super engine.
No, dude, and I think it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Like, what do you consider a grail? And I think you could say, well, depends on what we're talking about. And I'm like kind of like walking around the room, like, I don't know, I could do all vinyl, or I could do all 3.75, or I could just grab a few cool pieces. But yeah, dude, it's like oh man.
I'm sure you're like me, and we've said it a couple times. So many of these pieces literally bring you back to a very specific time and place. They're memory pieces, man. So it's hard to pick three.
It really is, dude. I think, even when I think you remember the first time that we did the grill show, we said the same thing. We said, okay, let's show 3 a piece. And I think we ended up showing like 6 or 7 a piece, probably something like
Probably. We probably fucked it up.
that. But that's, yeah, dude, it's just like, there's so many, you don't want to leave anything out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, we could really have 24 grail shows and every one of them would be valid and every one of them would make sense. And we just go, wow, yeah, fuck. I can't argue with any of that. You know what I mean? Thank you, guys. We love being here on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays. All right, dudes. We're going to let you all go. Peace out.
Peace. See you tomorrow.